What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. I hope each and every one of you are all having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to have a little bit of a different video. This is definitely different than what I've done in the past, but I thought this would be kind of fun. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a little bit of an experiment. So I hope all of you are excited for the changes today. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you're currently looking at here is my new setup here during my internship this spring. I obviously have a new setup, so you can see over here, this is the right portion of my desk. And you can see 5 1-200 scale aircraft. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of a closer look at those, and we'll take a better look here in a minute. So here's the American 737-800. This is the one I've had the longest. This is one of my very first 1-200s. So we'll take a better look at that. And I believe that either a review has came out or will be coming out for the next several models. This one I know for sure has their unboxing already out. This is the United A321neo, and this is by none other than In-Flight. It's a really nice model, as you can see here. So we'll take a better look in a moment, like I said. And then we have some relatively new ones, very special ones. This is the Air Canada A220-300. Recently flew my first one of these, so really glad to get to have this over here on display. It's pretty awesome. And then over here you can see my Hawaiian 787-9 with the flaps down. Another extremely cool aircraft, and feeling extremely fortunate to get to feature it here today in this video. So no doubt looking very strong, and once again very glad to have it. And then last but certainly not least, we have this beautiful queen of the skies. We have the Lufthansa 747-400. This is in the new livery as well, and it looks really nice. So really happy with how this is turning out here with the setup, and overall I think it looks really sharp. So happy to have all these aircraft featured here, and they all look very nice in their respective locations here on my desk. So with that being said, I thought it'd be kind of cool to see what you all thought about these, and if you'd like to see every month that I'm here bring in some different models to display, whether they're 1-400s or 1-200s. So comment below what models you would like to see here, and I'll definitely pick a handful of them to bring over for a video next month in February. So yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to, highlight some of the models that, may be the favorites to you, the viewer, here in my collection that I could highlight a little bit. And obviously I only have limited space. You can see my computer there, and I obviously got some monitors over there and whatnot. But obviously there's not enough room in here. I mean, I know it's not the prettiest, but you can just kind of see my room here. There's not enough room to, obviously expand much more on an airport. So, I mean, I could put a little corner to display together, but I go home most weekends anyway. So that said, it just doesn't make much sense to bring it all over here. So I thought a little, compromise to, at least highlight some aircraft, but also, continue to, balance out the videos would be to just bring a handful over here and display them, and just highlight them a little bit more in a video per month. So yeah, I just kind of came up with this idea on the fly and thought it'd be kind of cool, because my original plan was to display a handful of models over here just to have some to look at, because obviously besides the computer and my bed, and I do have a couple more over here actually. I have a Condor 330 Neo. You'll see that in upcoming unboxing, along with the Jetstar 787. So those will be in an upcoming unboxing. So they're really cool. So excited to feature those. And over there from previous unboxing, I do have a American Eagle E145. So yeah, those are really cool too. So definitely very glad to get to feature those. But with that said, going back to this over here, I thought it'd be kind of cool to, bring some models over here to highlight that, you the viewer want to see, because, obviously they do get featured in airport updates and whatnot, but there might be a particular model you want a closer look at in a video. So if you have a model in mind that you'd like to see over here next month, comment below and I'll definitely bring it over and we will take a look at it. But nevertheless, let's get a little bit better look at all of the 5 models here, so I can give you kind of an example of what it's going to look like here in this video series. And what the main objective once again is going to be is just to highlight some of these aircraft, and it could certainly be aircraft that I've had for a long time that I've never unboxed, or even newer aircraft, and several of these are newer because obviously they're extremely nice. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look. So we have 4 Gemini 200s. The first one is this American 737-800. Once again, I've had this model for an extremely long time, dating back to 2013. So that's 12 years now, which is epic. That's over half my life. So I've had it for a very long time. But it's held up pretty well. The only main deficiency that this one has, which is not an issue, it's just the only reason why it's not on the stand, is I can't get that back main landing gear to ever sit in there correctly. I've never been able to get it fixed, and I don't know what it will take, but when I put it back in here, you'll kind of see that it just doesn't really want to. Let me see if I can get it in here while holding the camera. You'll see that it doesn't really want to sit on the ground. So what I have to do is hold it right here and then plop it over. and then, yeah, you didn't even get it that time. So you have to be very delicate with it. Let me see, can I somehow find some sort of area to prop this on? I'm trying to find some sort of area. Sorry about that. This is the reality of filming on the spot. Let me see. Let me try it again here. But anyway, the main point that I was trying to get to with this is that, you know, I can't really display it very good on the stand without gluing the landing gear in, which I don't want to do that. And a prime example of that was transporting it over here to be displayed. Wouldn't have went really very well with the landing gear in there, but that's a little bit better. So now you can see that American 737. Otherwise, it's in good shape, and that should go back in there just fine. But yeah, this one's special because obviously I've had it for a long time, and these are pretty tough to come by, I believe, too, which is not surprising considering it's a standard delivery 1-200 US carrier. So yeah, there we go. Enough on that. But anyway, looking sharp, and I'm glad to have it. The color is really good, so it's a really very, very nice looking aircraft. It had a really cool stand on it too, which is the even bigger part that's frustrating. It has a really good original stand. So, but nevertheless, we'll see. I might glue it one day, but for now, it's staying like that. I could use sticky tack. That's a good idea. So I might try that. Our next aircraft is the United A321neo. Recently flew this aircraft for the first time from Chicago to Houston. That was very fun. But yeah, in-flight did a spectacular job, and I got a really good deal on this one. So really happy to feature it over here. To be completely honest, I was a huge American fan growing up. I'm not saying that United's fully my favorite carrier now, but I do really enjoy watching the variations that they have at the various airports. Plus, their onboard product is phenomenal. Their mile redemptions are still terrible and will likely remain terrible for the immediate future, but I still am a huge fan of what they're doing. So yeah, definitely a huge fan of the onboard experience, and we'll see if they end up turning into my favorite. If I change my profile picture, that'll probably be the indication. But for now, I'm really happy with where we're at with what we got. But American's definitely right there, and then obviously we have Delta and Southwest, very important too. So very happy with those. Now, one part of my collection that I'm really pleased with that even 4 years ago was not nearly as extensive as it is today is my international fleet. I had so many US planes, and I spent a huge portion of time from 2018 to even before that to really 2022, I would say 2021, 2022, building up duplicates and other aircraft that I didn't have and going through a whole Gemini release cycle of getting these new planes, obviously narrow bodies for Delta and United, and then obviously the Southwest Surge, which was really cool because those used to not be nearly as present. But anyway, over the recent time, I've been able to really develop since 2022, my international fleet. One area that's really improved as well on top of that is my 1-200s, and then you can also see with these next several models, both those coming together. So this particular one was a surprise from my mom, so thank you to her for doing that. Actually, the next two are. So this one's really cool, feeling very fortunate to have it. I flew it from Toronto to Chicago, and one of my biggest emphasis, and I think for all of us with 1-200 aircraft, is to get sentimental ones. This one's definitely that way. I sat somewhere in this ballpark right here. I don't have an exact line there, but yeah, anyway, really cool. Very happy about how that turned out, and yeah, this model is really good. Now, the landing gear did come a little beat up, so I had to fix that up, but luckily it's looking pretty sharp now, and I'm happy with how it turned out. So definitely need to get some new stands as well, because these tripod stands are just not very good. That's the best angle I could get it at. If I put it straight, it's just going to tilt down. So, but fortunately, we're standing up pretty good there, and it's looking pretty sharp, so I'm happy with how that's turned out otherwise. The next aircraft is the Gemini 200 flaps down Hawaiian 787-9. This is another one that my mom surprised me with, which is very nice for her to do so. Flew it from Phoenix to Honolulu. Absolutely phenomenal time. These are great, and they're now going to start flying to JFK, which is super exciting. So more opportunities to catch the Dreamliner. Now this will be a good plane for Hawaiian in the long term. The product on board is really good, and once they get the Starlink Wi-Fi on there, it'll be really nice. And then on top of all that, you can now intertwine Hawaiian tickets with Alaska tickets through the codeshare, and obviously that goes right into One World. So it's really awesome to see the progression from these carriers and, you know, the relationship that they've built, and now that's more opportunities for us to cast through. But anyway, it's really nice. One really cool piece of this aircraft is the flaps down, so let me go ahead and turn it a little bit so you can see that they did a really good job representing that, and it looks really sharp there. Flaps are at a really good proportion, and overall it looks really sharp, and the HD needs to be able to straighten up a little bit. So yeah, that's really nice. Very happy with how it turned out, and overall it's a really good looking model for the collection. The last aircraft right here, as you can see, is a Lufthansa Boeing 747-400, the grand finale from the Around the World extravaganza. Flew this from none other than Frankfurt to Toronto to get on this aircraft. Now I need the United 175 to complete my Star Alliance trifecta. But nevertheless, this is a really cool aircraft to have. I actually asked for this one for Christmas from my grandparents. Fortunately, I was very fortunate to get this aircraft from them, and now we have it here to represent in the 1:200 scale. So I did say I was done buying Lufthansa planes. I kind of lied, but I am 100% taking a break in 1:400. I already have 5, so it was like, if we're gonna get another one, it's time for 1:200, and that's exactly what this aircraft is. So it is really cool to say, feeling very fortunate to say that every aircraft here I have flown. So we'll see in the next video for all the aircraft that you all request if I've flown all those, and we'll see if you all do more domestic aircraft, and it's definitely possible. But I'm eager to see what you all would like to see here, but we'll just go into a little bit more detail. If you all would like to see like an actual mini review during these videos, feel free to let me know. But I think this will be a fun video series to do, and then it might have an intermission during the, I might continue it even if I'm at home, but I just don't know what my future looks like yet. But regardless of the case, until I have a permanent setup, I'll definitely do these little rotational videos, and I might just keep it. If it's a big hit, I'm definitely not opposed to keeping it, where we just highlight 4 or 5 models a month that you all would like to see in a little bit more detail. So I'll zoom in and get a little bit fancier with it next time. I'll try to record during the day as well, because obviously until it's dark out, so with more light, it'll be easier to see these aircraft a little bit better. But regardless of the case, I hope all of you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments of this new idea, and I look forward to hearing from you in the near future. With that being said, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is CM Aviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. And CM Aviation is signing off.